Time to go inside out with our NBA insider Ian Begley. Ian, Kevin Durant returned to action Thursday, and he looked great, but the Nets still fell to a shorthanded Heat team. But how did Durant perform in terms of how you expected him to in his return?
Yeah, he looked fantastic. I think that the Nets and Durant handled this really well because it seemed like they were cautious to the point of bringing Durant back when he was almost beyond 100% because there was no minutes limit. He wasn't cautious with his movements at all. This was Kevin Durant ready to go at full blast. And you saw him by scoring 31 points. He looked fantastic on offense, particularly earlier in the game. Maybe he got a little winded late in the game, but just having Durant back obviously changes everything for the Nets, especially when he's coming back 100% healthy and not having to be cautious at all with that knee injury. He looked like himself tonight.
Yeah, well, meanwhile, Nets GM Sean Marks announced Thursday that Joe Harris will undergo season-ending ankle surgery. And Marks also said there was no timetable for Ben Simmons to get on the court. Do you think injuries could derail a season that was tagged championship or bust when it began?
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt that it's possible because if you look at the big picture here, these guys, Irving, Ben Simmons, Kevin Durant, haven't played together yet. And in Ben Simmons, you're talking about somebody who hasn't played, in several months since last year's playoffs. So significantly long layoff for him, now dealing with a back injury. And you think that he could help the Nets a lot on defense in particular, but he needs to be healthy and on the court first. And then Irving not being able to play home games at the Barclays Center at the moment because of vaccine mandates. So that takes away time for Durant, Simmons, and Irving to be on the floor together. So, yeah, a lot of question marks here with the Nets around injuries, around the COVID mandate for Irving, and around getting chemistry together for their big three that hasn't played together yet.